because I grew up in Nooksack, which is about 40 minutes north from here. And so to come onto the campus and to be welcomed by everybody in the program was so meaningful, because I was like, wow, this is a full-blown university, and it's just been so close for so long, and I just haven't had the access, I haven't had the accessibility to make it out here. I started to really see myself here, which is a huge part of what the program is, and really know that I have a place here and that I belong here.
And at the end of the program, the last day, we're all sad, just like, because it's over. This student stood up in front of everybody, and she mentioned that she is so happy that she came to Future Northwest, because now, at this moment, she starts just like bawling, crying, being emotional, that now she knows what to do with her life and going to higher education. I couldn't imagine myself without Future Northwest, because really, Future Northwest is the reason why I am attending Western Washington University. Programs like this are the ones that low-income first-generation students, they need, because the mentors are the ones that have been to the path of higher education, and then it just gave them a roadmap.
It's absolutely incredible to try and wrap my head around the fact that I was just one of the many people who have been impacted in so many different ways because of this program, because of so many different efforts, because of just the tenacity of saying, okay, we have these students who need support, and it is so challenging to try and make sure that everything that they deserve is given and served to them. And Futures Northwest Quick Start does that. It was just one of the 40 students in my cohort, in my group, and every single one of them walked away saying, wow, I'm so glad I came here. And it really blows my mind to think about how not just the folks that go, but then the folks that are impacted because of the individuals that go, because I know that I went back to my community and I said, hey, like, I went to this great program and it did so much for me. And so you should really make sure that, like, you're you know, kind of capitalizing on these opportunities, and you're using these resources, and all of them were for it, because it was coming from me. It was coming from someone that they know, that they trust, that they really believe and understand that is going through the same things. And so I can only imagine that almost everybody else did too. I know for a fact that they did, because, you know, we kept in touch. And then, you know, the next year I was a huge resource to recruit students from my old high school to come back, and they were like, oh my goodness, and Selma went? Of course, you know.
It really helps build inter-community relationships, and I think it helps strengthen those between mentors who are college students and then students who are in high school or middle or elementary school, and as well as the teachers who work in those schools, and building connections between all of those groups. And I also think that it presents youth who are in college with the opportunity to really, like, work within their communities, work with younger youth, and Futures Northwest helps K-12 students think about their own futures, but I think that it helps students who are in college think about their futures too.
The lessons that I learned within the program, whether it's, you know, balancing my finances, making sure that everything's paid for, making sure that all my classes are lined up with my goals and lined up with, you know, the things that I want to be doing, the things that I want to be learning. It's all played, you know, such a huge hand in everything, all of my success, and, you know, supporting me through all of my challenges. And so to this day, and I think forevermore, it's going to make a huge difference in me as a professional, as a student, and as an overall person.
I think that Futures Northwest presents students with the opportunity to talk with mentors about what they'd like to do after high school and the different paths that they can take. And I think being able to do that, to have those discussions, can be really empowering and uplifting and inspirational for a lot of students who may be unsure about where they're heading or what they'd like to do.
Because it fills in all the gaps, especially with first-generation college students. They don't have, like, their parents or, like, siblings to let them know, like, what they just gone through. In high school, they don't really prepare you for that, so having someone around their age who just went through it to help them talk about like the little stuff, like what kind of sheets you need for your dorm room, or just like talking to professors and how to do that. Just the little things that actually make a big difference in your college career.
When I was with the mentors at the time, they just make me feel like special. I felt the affection and attention that I needed at the time when I was going to high school. And then right there, it just made me feel like I do belong here, and I do belong in higher education. And ever since then, I kind of replicated that kind of model, the kind of like the experience for the future mentees that I get. And I really look forward to working for FuturesNW as long as I can.